properly introduce and segue this thing because, you know, us tag guys, you know, myself, Jaeger, Dizzle, who's not here, but we hope to be here. You know, we're a humble group of gamers who like to watch wrestling and talk about wrestling. And you know, we started this whole thing with the predictions and the whole champions, and you know, Dizzle took it too far with the whole prediction, Prince of Predictions and Crowns, and of course, I let it get to my head. Jaeger took it, but you know, never did we foresee that.
Nah, man, I was robbed.
Never did we foresee a man coming in, kicking down the door. It was like, hey, I got y'all. The first one, champion. I mean, can't be mad. And then not only did he win, but he won. Like he won. So, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Juggernaut 097, who just kicked down the door, became the prediction champ, and he's just like cashed in. Like he just cashed in.
I just gotta say one thing. And your new prediction champion,
Fucking guy.
Like
Juggernaut 097.
Can't be mad at it. Like he just came in and was just like, hey, y'all predicting wrong. This is who y'all should be picking. But we'll get to it. We'll remind the people of how the predictions went. But first and foremost, well, I can say first and foremost, but y'all know why we're here. We're here to talk about the Royal Rumble. But, you know, I will say this. Without going deep into it, what was everybody's initial thoughts after it was all said and done?
Meh.
That was mine too.
The show was very underwhelming.
Yes. All right. So now that you got our initial thoughts, the show opened up with the Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Seth freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins started off early with the mind games, coming out to the old Shield theme and even doing the old Shield entrance. And, you know, this wasn't a bad match. I hated the finish of said match, but it wasn't a bad match.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was a lot of back and forth. It was still mind games on the part of Seth. Until Roman got pissed and basically got himself disqualified. So yeah, the first match of the night, championship match, ended in a disqualification because Roman Reigns wouldn't let go of the guillotine choke. Huh? Like, excuse me? Like, this is how you do this?
Getting tired of disqualifications in championship matches.
Yeah, especially on pay-per-views. Or premium live events. That's what they're calling them now.
Yeah,
I just don't like that. I just never was a big fan of disqualifications or countouts.
No.
Yeah.
Like, they're just not my thing. But if you go ask my buddy on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, DJ, he loves them roll-up finishes. He loves them fruit roll-up finishes.
Really?
When they do them, no, he actually hates them.
I love it. Roll-up finishes. I love that.
Them small packages, them. He loves them. He
Hold
just
on.
Pause right there. Don't after that.
But what is everybody's other thoughts about the match? Did you like it, dislike it?
It was fine up until the finish. There was I really didn't have any qualms with it till then.
Juggernaut, what you got?
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good match. I really marked out when Seth Rollins came out to the Shield entrance.
I kind of did too. I'm not gonna lie.
And he was wearing his Shield attire. It was kind of weird, him wearing his old Shield attire, and he was actually using his Shield moveset, or like his old moveset, which I thought was pretty cool.
That too, yeah.
Which, he looked very crisp in the ring, and I think that was the fastest table spot I ever seen in
It did
WWE
happen pretty
history.
early.
It happened like really early. I go like, oh no, he got him up for the powerbomb and then put him through the table. I go like, wow, I did not expect that.
Yeah,
But there were some points where I thought Seth Rollins was actually going to win the title.
yeah, it's still been that rumor that Seth was supposed to be champion. So I really don't know what's the plans with Seth now. It's like, is he going to be champion? Is he not going to be champion? Like, what's happening here?
I
with
mean,
Seth?
hell, he could go after the WWE Championship.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get to that in the end because I'm actually simultaneously watching Raw at the same time. So I'm gonna get to that at the end.
But yeah, the only
yeah,
thing I really have disappointed about this match is the finish.
yeah,
Like, it was a good match and stuff.
but yeah,
And I kind of like
that's
the
it.
story behind both guys. You know, like Roman was like very pissed, you know, because
Yes.
using, wearing the whole Shield attire,
Mhm.
even playing the
Just
music,
constantly
like,
being agitated.
yeah, he was very agitated. You definitely saw that with Roman Reigns' expressions. So I thought the
Yeah,
story
so
was good there.
Roman wouldn't let go of the guillotine choke, got disqualified. Then after that, he somewhat got his revenge by using the chair and wearing the chair out on Seth Rollins, and boom, there goes that. First match of the night ends in DQ. Then we get to the first Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble. Now, from our point tallying system, this is where things got a little shaky from jump because Juggernaut here got 7 points off of this Women's Rumble.
Oh, no.
Like, he started off hot with 7 points, and literally it was playing catch up for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So just to discuss the Women's Rumble, I enjoyed the fact that they kind of did a call back to the Divas era. The only issue I truly had with this Rumble, why Ronda?
Because they painted themselves in a hole by freaking making only a select few like your very obvious top contenders.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, so this is what,
just like, I mean, it's even worse so in the men's division, but we'll get into that.
yeah. Well, see,
Yeah.
this is what my brother and I had talked about, because after we got a chance to kind of sit on it, we were saying the problem was Ronda being Ronda, she would have made it back to a title shot. She didn't necessarily have to win the Rumble to have a guaranteed title shot. It's Ronda Rousey. You could have shoehorned her in with Charlotte or Becky, whoever she chooses, because she is supposed to be on Raw tonight. But she did not have to win the Rumble to get a title shot. You would have gave her a title shot, regardless.
You know, I think she's kind of like with Brock Lesnar. I think she's a big enough draw without the title.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Which she doesn't really need the title, or like she didn't really need the Rumble win here.
No,
I feel like there's more women that really deserve the win, like Sasha Banks. Like that was very upsetting when she got eliminated early. Like,
yeah, because I thought that she was going to be the Iron Woman, because especially her being one, I thought that she was literally going to be. If she wasn't going to win, she definitely would have been like the last four. But for her to get eliminated by Queen Zelina, I was like, okay.
And Zelina didn't even go very far either. Like,
No.
nah. But it was a very interesting women's rumble.
It was, like
I did like some of the surprises in
I did
this
too.
match. Like seeing Melina, that was pretty cool seeing her.
Yeah.
Especially her entrance. It's always nice to see Melina.
I mean, I'm gonna just say this. Melina, though.
She put a little extra in her entrance.
Oh yeah, she really did put a little extra sauce on that entrance.
Apparently, I don't know, man, but Sasha kind of one upped her there.
Yeah, Sasha. Sasha though.
Sasha though.
Sailor Moon outfit.
Yeah.
Sasha though.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I thought it was cool seeing some of the callback to the Divas era, um, seeing some of the surprises and seeing how it went. But honestly, without Ronda being there, I still wouldn't have had known who would have really won. Because honestly, I still and not because it was my pick, it would have made more sense to have somebody like Alita or something win rather than Ronda.
Mm.
True. I agree with that. Like, I just
I
don't want.
mean,
I don't. Go ahead.
yeah. To have Ronda win it again is just putting her right back in the same position that she was when she like left. Everybody
Hmm.
When
hated
you
her because she was always getting that push, and it was the Roman Reigns effect before he went heel essentially. Just unnecessary pushes when she could have just earned it on her own.
Yeah.
did she win the Rumbles match before? Like in 20? Was it 2018
No,
or
she
no?
wasn't. She didn't
She
win
didn't
the
win.
Rumble. She came out.
It
She made her
debuted on the
debut
main event.
after Oscar won the Rumble, and that's when she just came out and started pointing at the sign too. And it was like, damn, you just shit on Oscar's moment, huh?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real though.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's
So,
right.
but yeah. So Ronda came in. I think it was 28,
20. Yeah, I think it was
28,
28.
something
Yeah,
like that.
because I remember Jaeger was going, "Damn, Ronda should have been my pick." Because like you
Yeah,
had 27.
Yeah. And
yeah,
then he's not here, but Dizzle said he predicted. Now, with that being said, if Dizzle would have stuck to his gut and picked Ronda, it would have been two champions because y'all would have
damn.
been tied.
Yeah. Oh,
Y'all would have literally had an exact tying score had he went with the prediction of Ronda because I think Ronda eliminated 5 people or 6.
I think she eliminated 6, if I'm not
If
Didn't we say
mistaken.
actually
if our how many points was it if our pick was the winner? Like
3,
3? Yeah,
actually,
Yeah.
so wait, so if Ronda had eliminated 6,
and then won.
then no, yeah, no, actually no, he would have won. He
Yeah,
would
Yeah,
have
he
won
would
by
have. He
1 point.
would. Yeah, he would have won.
Yeah, he would have won by 1 point if Ronda did eliminate 6.
That's
damn it,
crazy.
Dizzle.
But basically, Charlotte was like the one because Charlotte eliminated like 5, and then uh Banks had eliminated 2. So like I said, that gave Juggernaut here a 7 point advantage starting that, and the rest of us was kind of like because especially with
And then
our other
Charlotte, she went
surprise
on a
pick.
rampage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, she eliminated 5.
Yeah.
Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah.
Charlotte eliminated 5.
You see, why we got to give Charlotte all this bullshit? I mean, I picked Charlotte as well, so that put me up a little bit, but
Yeah,
still.
but yeah. So like I
Jesus.
said, all in all, the women's
I
rumble
mean, it
was
was a match,
cool.
though. I'll tell you that.
I thought it was better. I thought it was definitely better than the men's rumble. I will say that.
Yeah, a
But
lot more
That's
surprises
fair.
in this match.
but yeah, so that was
I mean,
women's rumble.
the Molly Holly one
That was kind of cool.
surprised kind of. I mean, it was cool, but like she barely had any time in the ring. Like I wish. I mean, it
Well,
was
that's the
kind of cool
thing.
how Nikki
Yeah, I'm about to say
ASH
that's because
attacked
Nikki
her.
wanted to be the only hero, so that's why she did it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
true.
Ivory, like I love the fact that as Ivory was getting thrown out by Rhea Ripley, she's still talking shit. I thought that was awesome.
That was funny.
Like, how
But
You
fitting
know, I
that is
remember
for
as a
Lesnar
kid,
too.
or like, back during that time, I hated that theme song.
same.
The
That
right to
thing was
censor.
Yeah.
like ear
Yeah.
piercing. It was just oh
Ear.
my, stop this madness. Stop this madness. But yeah, Women's Rumble. Ronda wins. I guess we'll see who she chooses between Charlotte or Becky Lynch. We'll see. She might announce it tonight because she is scheduled to be on Raw. But next up, we had Becky Lynch versus Dewdrop. Raw Women's Championship. I didn't really pay attention to this match as much because I knew who was going to win. Not to say it was a bad match nor a bad showing for Dewdrop, but we knew Big Time Bex wasn't going to drop that belt to Dewdrop. Unfortunately.
Yeah, no.
But she did win doing from the middle rope, manhandle slam.
Yep.
Yeah, so like I said, it wasn't a bad match. It's just I knew what the outcome was going to be.
That's fair.
Y'all got anything to add with it?
Nah.
I mean, I thought it was a decent match. I mean, Dewdrop, she's actually pretty good in the ring. I mean, for being a bigger woman, she's actually not too bad. I mean, I gotta give her the respect here.
She had some pretty good matches in NXT UK. She had some good matches there.
True. Yeah. I need to go back and watch them for UK stuff.
Yeah, that's why it was so frustrating when they brought her in, and then it was like, "Oh, we're changing your name from Piper Niven to Dewdrop," and it was like, "Excuse the fuck out of me." Like what?
Right.
Like, why would you do this?
But yeah, I mean, we all expected Becky Lynch to win, though. You know, we expected her to retain the title.
Exactly. Especially, like I said, going into WrestleMania, it makes sense her staying champion. It's the safest bet you can get going into WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's just real. But, Jaeger, anything you want to add to it?
1 second.
All right.
Making sure Loki's not getting into something that he's not supposed to be. Sorry about that. No, I feel like I see this a little too often now with the classic bigger person going against the smaller person, and like they get dominated for a little bit at first, and then they have to do the classic like comeback kid style thing.
The classic John Cena, super powering up. The classic Cena.
Yeah. I mean, we see it in like both of the promotions we mainly talk about, and I don't know. I kind of want to see just domination from the little guy, or like something like that. You know, I just want to see something different with it. But I mean, there's only so many ways you can skin that. But I mean, it was the match that it needed to be. It wasn't anything like, oh my god, remarkable. But you know, they both did a good job, put on a good show.
I'm glad you said that, because there was a oh my god, a remarkable moment, because during the match, if you paid attention, everybody was turned in a certain direction, and then we found out that the WrestleMania sign had caught on fire.
Yeah, there was that.
And you know, they had to evacuate that section. And then after seeing the video footage, I can see why they reacted the way they did, but it wasn't like it was like on fire. You know.
Yeah.
So
one of my buddies, he was sitting in front of the WrestleMania sign, or no, he was sitting behind it, like because they had to bring the WrestleMania sign down. He was like, "Oh yeah, this is a great way to watch the show," and then they finally brought the WrestleMania sign back up. Yeah, just blocking your whole view.
All right. Well, that was that match. Next up, we got Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley, WWE Championship, aka my favorite match of the night.
You know, I thought this was going to be a suplex off, especially seeing like the first 5 minutes of this match. But I'm glad it actually evolved into something.
Well, like I always say, at times, if it's done right, I love a good beefy boy brawl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you know, one thing I have to say I don't like that they do every single big man match, or like not every single match, but a majority of them, they have to break the barricade. Right? It's so overdone at this point.
Like, why is that have to still happen? Like, why is that the segment that has to happen?
I feel like in every Brock Lesnar match, the barricade always gets broken.
It's almost starting to become in every Bobby Lashley match. It's starting to become a thing that the barricade is going to get broken in some way. But so during this match, they was going back and forth. They was trading suplexes. At one point, Brock had hit Lashley, I think, with what, like 5 or 6 German suplexes, which started to look nasty because Lashley kept landing on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Then at one point, Lashley hit Brock with the hurt lock, and Brock's head was turning just beet red from that hurt lock. Then it led to Brock trying to do the F5. And it wasn't just a normal ref bump; it was a super ref bump because he hit the F5, did the pin. The fans counted to like I think 6 or 7 or 8. Then
Man, I feel like they got to like 18.
I thought they got to like 20.
They counted for a minute. Then of course it led to Roman Reigns of all people showing up, catching Brock with a spear. Then he walks over to Paul Heyman, gave Paul that look, and Paul willingly handed Brock handed Roman the WWE Championship. And it was like, oh, in the words of Vince Russo, a swerve, bro. So Roman then clocks Brock with the title. Then Bobby goes over and pins Brock. The ref finally wakes up. 1, 2, 3, new champion. And Paul Heyman leaves with Roman. So now, did y'all all see that betrayal coming?
Well, if we knew that, did we know that Brock was going to be in the Rumble, or was that a surprise?
No, that was a prediction that Dizzle made that we didn't know that was going to happen for sure.
That's fair.
Yeah, because I remember he brought up the point about Charlotte being in the Rumble, going like, well, Brock can enter in the Rumbles if he loses the title, or even if he would retain the title, and that's how he could still get the Roman Reigns.
Well, Dizzle called it there, but as soon as Brock lost it, I immediately was like, okay, so he's going into the Rumble.
Yeah, and then especially since the match happened before the tag team match, it was like, give Brock some time to kind of rest up and recuperate so he can go back in there and win the Rumble. But spoiler alert, if you didn't know already. But Brock loses to Bobby. Bobby is now 2-time champ. Not mad at it. Not mad at it at all.
Actually, I'm happy to see somebody get a W over Brock.
Right.
Even if it doesn't have to be in the cleanest fashion.
But remember, that's how Eddie Guerrero had won the title from Brock Lesnar. Goldberg was the reason why Brock lost.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of the same thing.
That was one of my favorites. That was one of my best moments watching as a kid.
Oh, same.
Seeing Eddie Guerrero win the title.
Same.
That was amazing.
I didn't care how he won it. I did not care.
Yeah, same.
Any last thoughts between Brock and Bobby before we move on?
No, this match did what it needed to do for their story progression, but yeah. Well, I'll have more to talk about story progression later.
Yeah.
I mean, it was I thought it was just going, like you guys said, I thought it was just going to be like a suplex match, basically, this hitting suplexes back and forth. But as the match got going, it actually turned into a better match than I thought it would be. And I like how I also like how the crowd, they had signs out in the crowd, like holding up different numbers each time. Oh, they were like how many suplexes were there at one point? Like maybe 14 or something like that?
I know in a row he hit like 5 or 6. I don't know how many he hit Bobby with all.
And then
together.
Bobby Lashley, he hit a few.
Yeah, I know Bobby hit a few himself, but definitely I think Brock hit almost about a good 10 or so all together.
And then I think maybe Bobby Lashley got like 4 or something.
Yeah.
But I didn't really expect Roman Reigns to get involved here. That kind of threw me for a swerve here.
Yes.
Like I did not expect that. But then when Roman came out and cost him the title, like this makes the Rumble match very predictable now.
Yeah.
Which
it was literally inevitable at that point.
But I'm happy for Bobby Lashley though. I'm happy that he's the champion. And hopefully he goes into Mania as the champion. We'll see what happens at the Elimination Chamber. But
I said, I will mention the Chamber when we get to the end. Next up, we had the It couple, The Miz and Maurice, versus the Grit couple, Edge and Beth Phoenix. This match definitely lasted longer than expected.
Fair.
What's up, Diego?
I was like, man, I had originally called this match too.
Yeah, you originally called this one too. I would say this match lasted longer than it needed to be, but once again, considering what happened with the Rumble, makes sense. But I am upset that Miz and Maurice lost.
Yeah, me too.
Why?
Well, okay, so one of the things is that one of the things that they've been doing with Miz lately, they've been underselling his skull crushing finale. If it's mid card talent, he can hit it once and then boom, it's over. But if it's like the upper mid card main event stars, he can hit the skull crushing finale like 5 times and they'll still kick out. Because it dawned on me back when him and Seth Rollins was feuding for the Intercontinental title. I think he hit the skull crushing finale, 3 different times in that match.
Yeah, that was like at WrestleMania 34.
Yeah, and Rollins kept kicking out.
Yeah, see, that makes finishers. I kind of want to get onto like a side point. That kind of makes finishers irrelevant. I mean, when you just keep having this kick out, you keep on kicking out on finishers. Like, what's the point of finisher then? Like
exactly
makes it irrelevant at that point.
Especially what's the point of selling me that this is his finisher? This is what he's supposed to be beating the opponents with, but
it makes him look weaker.
It makes him look weaker,
which is terrible.
Maurice looked good. Beth looked good.
Maurice though. Oh my God.
Maurice was having the cheek side.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the cheek side. Shit.
I mean, she almost popped out a couple of times during the match because we thought, like I said, we was like, Maurice about to have a wardrobe malfunction.
She looked like it. Shit.
Oh man.
Motherhood has done her very well.
Yeah, you put it that way.
But yeah. No, I mean, as far as the Miz with the skull crushing finale goes, wouldn't that just promote him to maybe get a new finisher? Make a new finisher?
You would think at this point, but I'm watching Raw, and he just beat Dominic Mysterio with the skull crushing finale, so maybe not.
Come on.
So I guess he's still keeping the skull crushing finale. But any lasting thoughts on this match before we get on to the main event of the night?
Yeah, I feel like this match kind of lasted, like yes, it lasted a little too long for my liking. Like they could have did this like in. I feel like this match went like 20 minutes or something.
It was too long.
Yeah, I feel like they could just put like a 10-minute match, and that would have been fine with me. I mean, I did like the double team moves here. Both Edge and Beth Phoenix hitting the glam slam. I like that.
Yeah,
and both hitting the spears. That was nice. Did they both hit the spears? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they hit the spears.
Yeah, they had both hit the spear on Miz at the same time.
Yeah, and then I even liked the double skull crusher finale on it Edge? Yeah, it was on Edge. That was nice in the match.
Well, no, they attempted to. what they did with Edge, Maurice hit the French tickler that led into the skull crushing finale, and that's when Edge kicked out. That's when they tried to do the double skull crushing finale, and then that's when Beth came back into the fold.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a bad match though. I mean,
No, not at all.
everybody did their job and stuff, but it's like, I don't know. I felt like they should have gave the A couple the win here because now if they want to try to continue this feud, well, this feud's basically irrelevant now because Edge got 2 victories over the Miz.
Yes.
I feel like, I mean, who knows? I'm not watching Raw right now, so who knows if they're going to continue this feud or not?
Well, for what I'm showing, he just beat Dominic Mysterio and that was it. So I don't know if they're going to cross paths again.
What's the prompting for him to fight Dominic Mysterio?
I guess just for a match. It honestly, it looks like it's about to spin off to Miz and Ray, possibly.
Okay.
Maybe Miz and Ray might have a little feud. I don't know, but there we go. Now we're gonna get to the main event, which this one was an interesting one when it came down to the points because by the time we got here, Juggernaut only had 8 points. He had 8, and we were all trailing. And we needed our male Rumble picks to set everything forth. And once again, had Dizzle followed his own advice, he would have won in a landslide. If he would have picked Ronda, and if he would have picked Brock, he would have been an undisputed predictions champion because he would have had so much points and it was no disputing. But let's get to it. The men's Royal Rumble, and to quote my brother, shout out to Mike, he basically said the men's Royal Rumble was a glorified tribute to the troops battle royal.
It was the Andre Memorial Battle Royal.
But so something told me this Rumble was off the moment they had so many tag teams in this Rumble. Yeah. They had like 7 or 8 different tag teams in this Rumble alone. So that's 16 spots taken from tag teams. And if you know Rumble history, when has a tag team, a person from a tag team ever run a Rumble?
Yeah. Yep.
Never.
I mean, if they was in makeshift tag teams or this, that, and the third, but a legit tag team, no member has ever won the Rumble like that.
Well, were Marty Jannetty and Michael still a tag team at that point? No, they weren't in '95.
No.
They were broken up. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I don't think they ever had that. That's crazy.
Hold on.
And the lack of surprises in this match was very disappointing to me.
Not only the fact that it's very disappointing, but we only had 3. Bad Bunny, Shane, and Brock.
Which Brock, going back to that WWE Championship match, once Brock lost, yeah, I know. Like, we kind of all expected them to go into the Rumble match. So that's not really much of a surprise.
Not only that, but then I expected him to be 30. Like, I expected him to be number 30. The moment all that played out, I knew Brock was going to be 30. Mm-hmm. But just to discuss it, I mean, it was okay. I love the strategy that you and Dizzle did with AJ Styles and Omos, because Omos, I think, had like 3 or 4 eliminations. AJ Styles had like 6 eliminations. So kudos for y'all with those picks. Austin Theory, my guy. Theory, what happened? You didn't give me.
I mean, nothing. He was in the match. He was in the match for a long time. He just couldn't do anything.
The only time I got points from Theory, because I gave everybody a point when they all eliminated Omos together. Everybody scored a point. So I got a point from Ridge. I got a point for for Theory. But for the most part, that did me nothing. It did me no favor. But okay, so I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and reference the scores when
Oh
it
no.
came to the Men's Rumble. Big E, no elimination. Austin Theory, 1. Sheamus,
Man.
no eliminations. Damian Priest, no eliminations. AJ Styles, 6. Omos, 3. And so what we also did for the people out there, Juggernaut did a number generator. So we all had an unofficial 4th pick for both Rumbles. I had 5. Dizzle had 18. Jaeger had 27. And Juggernaut had 29. So Ridge was mine. He gave me 1 when they all teamed up to throw out Almost. Rick Boogs was Dizzle. He got 1 when they teamed up. No, he got 1 when he just threw. I forgot who he just went back the ring.
Was it Rey? No, it wasn't Rey Mysterio. It was somebody small.
Might have been Dom.
Jaeger, Bad Bunny got you 2. You know, Bad Bunny, he got you 2 eliminations.
Speaking of Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny was looking pretty good. Like him.
No, he has trained, so I give him that much props as like a guy who's a celebrity wrestler.
Yeah,
but hitting the Canadian Destroyer. Like, why does everybody have to hit that move these days?
I don't know.
I mean, that move is so overdone.
It was such a thing of beauty when P.D. Williams was hitting it, but now that since it's become just a regular move now, it's not as special to me, and people keep trying to announce it like it's special, and it's like, fam, everybody's doing destroyers now, so
everybody's like everybody's
anymore.
doing super kicks, you know.
Yeah, it's not special anymore. And Juggernaut, you had Randy Orton, and he got you 2.
You know, when I saw Orton come out, I go like, you know what, they are in St. Louis. I go like, if they have Orton, I go like, if they have Orton win, I would have been upset if Orton would have won. Actually, would have been more upset if they would have had Orton, or would I be more upset with Brock? Actually, I think I'd be more. I don't know, because Randy Orton, hasn't he won twice?
That was the thing they were saying with Orton, because if Orton would have won, he would have tied with Stone Cold with 3.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So
I actually wouldn't mind if Orton would have won, to be honest with you.
Well, we're gonna put a pin in that story, because keep that in mind. But so number 30 was Brock, or as I like to call him, Brockington. And he came in and he was a house of fire, and he got your boy 8 points because he threw out 5 men, and I got the 3 points for him winning. And boy, that helped me out so much. But okay, now we said it, so let's talk about it once again. Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar. He did not need to win the Rumble to get to Roman Reigns. We just clearly saw Roman Reigns screw Brock out of his title. That was the foundation needed to set up a match for them at WrestleMania. We didn't need him to win the Rumble to get a guaranteed match against Roman Reigns. Like, trash.
Yeah.
It's just trash. No. It was trash.
Just like Ronda, just like Brock, didn't need to happen.
Yeah, I agree.
I do want to give a shout out to Johnny Knoxville, because Johnny Knoxville looked like he took them hits for real. So AJ hit him with that combo, and like he took all them hits.
I gotta give it to Knoxville, but I mean, he's put his body through worse in some situations. So
that's what we were saying. We, my brother and I, we was like, look, Johnny didn't beat himself to shit. I'm pretty sure them hits was like, give it to me, just do it.
And also, another thing that I was disappointed about this match was, with the Kofi elimination. I mean, They basically damn near done everything with Kofi Kingston, and like I understand him trying to, we definitely saw his feet hit the floor. Like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
his feet hit the floor there. But then he tried like to pull it off. Like, no, my feet didn't hit the floor. Which we already saw this happen before. The barricade spot happened. God, couldn't they come up with something else here? But it's like
I don't know.
There's so much stuff he could do in a Rumble match though. There's
It
so much
is
stuff
so
he
much
could.
like and you could probably tell because my brother also said too. You could tell that they probably practiced that spot, and Kofi probably hit it a few times in practice, but then when it just came down to it, but they could have potentially sold it better if the camera wasn't right there. If the
True,
camera
yeah.
wasn't right there, they could have sold it that he didn't hit the floor, even though Kevin Owens was like his feet touch. The ref could have been like, I ain't see nothing. I don't know what you talking about.
You
But
could
since
have sold that like that. I agree.
the camera was clearly right there and you saw it, it was like, oh well, damn, Kof.
It would have been funny if they would have did a spot where he's on the top, on top rope or something. He gets thrown off. He gets thrown into some referees or something, like
And
down on the ground.
he just kept his feet up.
Yeah, keep his feet up. So that's what I would do if I was in a Rumble match. Just keep my feet up. Don't let my feet touch.
Don't let the feet
Except for
touch.
Don't let the feet touch. But if they're gonna play it up that much, then they should make him more of like a legit person to win the match. You know what I mean?
And
Like
see,
I would.
and then that's what I always say. That's why I was what my brother and I was talking about. We was like, the thing is, Kofi saves himself, but then 2 minutes later he gets thrown right out. So it's like, why even keep doing the spot if he gets thrown out right after he saves himself anyway?
Right, because we know he's not going to win.
No.
So I mean, what's it like you said? What's the point of still doing these crazy save spots?
What
Well,
actually angered me the most was Big E not really getting any action and all that.
no.
I
And
don't feel like
see,
there's really anybody who got a whole lot of like really monster eliminations, except for like Brock and stuff. But like, it's not like we've seen in
Like,
years
not even
past.
Damian Priest or anything. Like, can we at least like get teased? Like, oh man, we might have a double champ again. Like, it's been forever since something like that happened. Like, as far as
mhm.
the men's goes, like we had Becky do it not too long ago, but as far as the men go, that was actually really cool when you see them with double championships in that regard.
Well, Jaeger, put a pin in that.
Oh,
Put
oh,
a pin in that. All right. So
all right,
before
all
we
right.
get off the men's rumble, any final thoughts other than men?
No, it's pretty meh.
I mean, going into the show, I had a lot of higher expectations just because,
Same,
it was the
same.
Royal Rumble, and they were hyping it up to be one of the great, not the great. I don't want to say the greatest Royal Rumble because that show was a very much disaster
It
when they
was.
had.
It was very much so.
I'm not going to say this is the worst ever Rumble. It's just very predictable.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
100% will second that. It was very predictable.
And I just wish we had like I said, wish we had more surprises. I would have been fine with more surprises and stuff. Because like I said, the only
yeah.
three people we got were Bad Bunny, Shane McMahon, which I heard some rumors about Shane McMahon. And like,
I did too.
What was the point of bringing Shane McMahon in? Like,
I don't
I
know. I do
have
not
no
know.
idea.
I do not know what was the point of Shane. I
And
why? Why did we
and
need Shane
even
McMahon?
Bad Bunny.
I can see why Bad Bunny a little bit, but considering there were no other surprises like that, that's what made Bad Bunny kind of stand out more of a like why because
You know what
but
they should have done in the women's Rumble match? They should have had R-Truth come out in the women's Rumble and say, "Oh, whoops! This is the wrong Rumble." I think
no,
he's done. Has he done that before?
he did it with the Rumble, but he ran in with a ladder. He ran
Oh,
in with a
that's
ladder climbed the ladder and it was like reaching for a briefcase, and they was like, "True, it's not that match."
That's not that match. Yeah,
But
that's right. I
no.
forgot about that.
Oh, also too, shout out to Mickey James.
Yo.
Impact Knockout Champion. We totally skipped over Mickey James being in the Women's Rumble. Sorry about that, Mickey James, and of course, Melina representing technically NWA. And finally, this
Fucking
man shows the fuck up when we're at the end. Maybe you know what? Juggernaut? I'm gonna tell you why he shows up at the end. Because like I just mentioned before, people, he predicted Brock Lesnar being in the Rumble.
He did.
And he even pseudo predicted Ronda Rousey. Had he stuck to those
I
two predictions,
also predicted Bobby Lashley winning and Brock going into the look. You know what?
so had he stuck to his gut and made those picks, he would have been the undisputed champion. But no, he decided to go against his own crown or whatever.
You know, speaking of crowns, you know, see this right here, you know, and congratulations to Juggs, man, because you know he earned it. He earned it.
He did.
But let's make this very clear here. I'm the uncrowned champ.
Oh my, get the
It's okay.
Well, yeah, because you can't wear the crown right now.
Exactly.
I mean, this is true. This is very true.
Oh, so everybody's got jokes. That's fine. That's fine. But let's not forget, baby's coming back home. Baby's coming back home.
Before we get to the Rumble,
to
aftermath,
the throne over here.
It's staying
right?
over here. It's staying over here with the champ.
Before we get to the aftermath, do you have anything to add about the Women's Rumble?
I mean, it was a lot of fluff, man. It was a lot of fluff. I mean, I'm not too mad at it. You know, I'm happy that Ronda's back. You know, contrary to popular belief, and you know, fuck Charlotte for having to just be a part of it. You know, it's just. It just wasn't necessary. There was no reason for it because a lot of women got shafted, Shayna included. A lot of my picks got shafted. Shayna should have been up in there, but then they basically used Shayna at 30 just to have her moment with Ronda, and
right,
to me that's just fucking trash. But yeah, Sasha should have been Iron Woman. You know,
yes.
there's no denying that. My number 18 pick, like for real, like Ivory and right to censor Ivory. Like, come on, bro. Like,
terrible.
This is bullshit. And,
you know, it's kind of unfortunate that we didn't get a Bayley return.
I think Bayley's coming back for the Raw after Mania. I don't think she's gonna be at Mania either. I think that's gonna be one of the surprises for Raw after Mania.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
Because I mean, look, we got Drew back, so which is I think.
Anything you want to add about the Men's Rumble before we get to the aftermath?
Yeah, that's it's subpar fluff because all the fucking tag teams that were put in there, they were honestly meant to be fucking cannon fodder. That's it.
Yes.
Because they were just meant to get people fucking eliminations. That's all. Like there was nobody you can look at legitimately that was like, oh shit, this could be a contender of the Rumble. Oh wait, that could be a contender for the Rumble to go to WrestleMania. Nobody in the fucking men's Rumble, at least a good 95% of the men in that Rumble, were not built up as if they were a potential contender to go up for somebody. This is one of the main reasons why WWE is where it is. And I think that's one thing that I noticed watching it Saturday, because I kind of got a hankering to watch WWE because, you know, as soon as the Rumble started and I saw AJ Styles and I saw Bobby Roode, I was like, okay, I kind of missed.
I had my TNA pop.
That was so short-lived.
I think the crowd. I think the crowd's even chanted TNA. I think they've got TNA chant.
Yeah, they were.
They were.
TNA.
Yeah, but I mean that, and then the whole fact of Lesnar being in there. Because see if, and this is why it doesn't make sense for Lesnar being in there, because if Paul Heyman is no longer with him, how did he get pulled to get put in the Royal Rumble? It just didn't make any sense story wise.
Because he's Brock Lesnar, and he could have just beat up whoever was number 30 and took it.
I mean, that's true.
Time.
But I doubt.
I mean, at least
we
show us that backstage or something.
Yeah, but I doubt we get anything leading to it.
Or at least have number 30 come out and then get attacked. You know, like we've seen many times before. You know, when Kofi came out for that Olympic Championship match in 2009, when Edge attacked him.
Or at the very least, hit the music of whoever was supposed to be number 30, and then it's Brock. And then you get a backstage cut to, this person knocked the fuck out.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of Kofi.
Yeah. We talked about it. We was like, what more could they have done with Kofi anyway?
Well, and then let's see what else. Oh, and McIntyre, he should have never come back for Rumble. No. Nothing against him, but I mean, it was a wasted return. He should have waited.
He came back to bring up his feud with Corbin and Moss.
Nah, fuck that. I think he came back because Mustafa Ali declined that shit.
That could
I mean,
where the fuck is Balor?
Yes, there was no Balor.
Probably on his way out. The door.
So I'm thinking because reports are coming out saying that Vince isn't too high on Balor. I wouldn't be surprised if Balor's the next part of cuts. To be honest with y'all.
Yeah, I would be surprised.
Watch him go back to New Japan though.
I mean, I'd be fine with that too. But I mean, look, the men's Rumble, it seemed promising towards the end because I was surprised about RK Bro doing what they were doing. Like it seemed like when it dwindled down to like the final 6, that
put a pin in that too.
Yeah. I think we might be getting Riddle and Orton at Mania.
Put a pin in that.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So I told Dizzle to put a pin, and I told Jaeger to put a pin because
you told me to put a pin also.
I'm gonna get to yours in a second, but the reports came out. Riddle was supposed to win.
Huh?
Really?
The Rumble?
Riddle was supposed to win the Rumble, and they were saying that they wanted to do a program, Riddle versus Orton, for the title at WrestleMania. Huh. That's why I was telling y'all to put a pin in those stories.
Wait, wow. Riddle versus Orton for the title. So it means Orton was going to win the title again?
At Chamber, probably.
Well, don't forget, WrestleMania is 2 nights. So it could have been some shit where Riddle could get the belt at Elimination Chamber or some shit. And then Orton who knows? Orton could have got the belt at Chamber. And then Riddle was like, hey, whoever's WWE champion at that time, that's who I'm fighting.
Yeah.
Who knows? But apparently the word going around was Riddle was supposed to be the winner. Now, with that being said, how frustrating would that have to be backstage that this is what you're told up until the match starts, and then they just, alter the storylines like that?
I mean, didn't they do that same shit to Riddle 2 years ago when he got eliminated like immediately by Baron Corbin?
I think so.
Actually, at the Rumble that we went to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Came in and then was over and done with. So yeah, this is a huge case of WWE's going to WWE because I mean, trying to take this, and even with our predictions, like given the benefit of the doubt, and it's just like the decisions they made weren't for the right decision. It's like they made certain decisions like having Bobby win, but Bobby didn't go over, so he doesn't look. He didn't go over on his own, so he didn't look strong. Having Brock win the Rumble, that kind of takes away credibility from the rest of the competitors in the Rumble. It's just all agenda filled for the whole Roman thing, and all this is because Roman didn't, Roman went out because of COVID, and So for them to kind of derail their whole plan, which they really, I'm pretty sure they didn't have a fucking plan, but to derail any potential plans, the whole Big E thing, the whole Bobby Lashley one, and anything potentially leading up to WrestleMania that they could have potentially done, it's just all for nothing, all just to make sure that Brock leads to Roman for the 60th fucking time. You know, WWE is fucking weird.
It is. I agree.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Give me AJ Styles at Mania. He needs to have a fucking title match.
Yes.
Yo. Yes.
But I did like seeing Nakamura and AJ go at it. That was pretty cool.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yes.
But it wasn't long enough though.
No,
not nearly.
I go like, hey, this is like giving me some New Japan type of vibes here.
Now that there hasn't been word yet on the women's side that if the plan was for Ronda to come back and do it or not, but that was the plan that came out that Riddle was supposed to be the winner. But now, Juggs, reason why I told you to put a pin in your story because I am currently been watching Raw as we have been recording, and Brock came out. Well, sorry, Bobby started the show, and Pierce had announced that Bobby will be defending his title at Elimination Chamber at Saudi Arabia. Brock comes out in his gear and was like, I'm ready to fight now. You know that was some bullshit that you won the title. And he said, and I quote, you know I wanted to fight Roman title for title. So I don't know if that's some foreshadowing, but of course, Pierce announced Brock Lesnar is the first person to be in the Elimination Chamber. So far we have Bobby Lashley and Brock. Seth Rollins comes out during the KO show and basically was like, well, since I got screwed, so Seth Rollins is now in the chamber. And KO, in theory, just had a match to determine who's going to go. And Theory won that. So far, we got Theory, KO, Brock, and Bobby in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. See,
with two more people still yet to be added.
Yeah.
Watch him bring some legends back.
So don't be surprised, Juggs, if you get Brock versus Roman title for title at WrestleMania.
Yeah, because I was alluding to that. But I think it was during our predictions.
What about my pin?
What's that? Oh, with the whole yours with the whole Randy Orton and
that's right.
And Orton was supposed to go at it at WrestleMania for the title.
I would have loved to see Randy actually win that Rumble.
I mean,
yeah, actually wouldn't have been too mad about it.
No, it was surprising. Once him and Riddle started working together, and I was like, oh, looking at the last six, I'm like, this could potentially be I don't want to say upset, but a surprising victory by Orton. I wouldn't have been mad at it. One thing I am mad at is in regards to the women, because
Ronda
either
didn't
way,
have to win that.
no, she didn't. But I'm okay with her winning. The problem is who's champion at the moment. Because my thing is, if she picks Charlotte, this means that they have been pushing for this whole Charlotte and Ronda match. That they forced Charlotte into when she went up when Ronda was being pushed by the fans, and then it was supposed to be Becky and Ronda. And so now they're finally trying to get what they want with Charlotte and Ronda Rousey if she picks Charlotte. If she picks Becky, then it screws up storytelling between Bianca and Becky, with Becky trying to dodge Bianca this entire time. So regardless of who Ronda picks, it's a bad decision because of who's champion right now on both sides.
She's supposed to be on Raw tonight, so at some point, I'm assuming she might announce who she's picking. But yeah, so that's what's been going on Raw so far. So yeah, so I will say before we wrap it all up, Juggs, with you being reigning champ, anything you want to say about Royal Rumble as a whole, since we at the end of it?
I mean, as a whole, like I said, the show was very underwhelming, very predictable. But it's WWE for you. It's WWE, and
Yeah.
and I'm gonna keep this title for the whole year because I'm keeping this title for the whole year. I'm like, it's like it's like that New Japan title, that the KOP Provisional Championship or something like that.
Man,
I'm defending this title the whole year. With WWE, AEW, whatever we do, it's mine. I'm keeping it because I am the true champion. Juggernaut 097.
Former champ Jaeger. Anything you want to say about Rumble and the comments by Juggs here?
I mean, it's a lot of talking from like 1 or 2 days removed, but as far as the Rumble goes, I think I can stand by the meh as far as looking at it from story-wise or storyboard-wise. Like I forgot that we were at 29 when I was looking at the ring. And I was like, man, who the hell's going to win this? And then 30 hit, and I was like, oh, okay. It was.
Now, was this Rumble? Which Rumble? I enjoyed last year's Rumble so much better. Last year's Rumble was
even though we didn't even have fans,
even though we didn't have fans, last year's Rumble was so much better.
Mr. Dizzle, aka the uncrowned champ, aka Mr. I make the predictions but don't pick my own predictions.
It's like this. I mean, see, but everybody knows. Everybody saw the truth. Everybody knows that it is I who prophesized all of this, and it happened. But my thing is this: just like Roman went and screwed Brock, Charlotte screwed me out of my Rumble. That's what it was. Charlotte raised her ugly head again, and she found a way to fuck me over.
But she got you 5 points. No, I forgot.
I didn't pick Charlotte. You're right. I did not, because her ass should have been in the Rumble anyway.
Juggs got the 5 points from Charlotte.
That's right.
Yeah. And you know what? Yeah, because they knew that's my kryptonite. They knew that my gut went with Charlotte, and I said I wasn't going to pick her because that's the stipulation I put on myself. But it's okay. It's okay, because what's going to happen? Charlotte's not going to stop me from going to Revolution and getting my shit back, and then going to Mania night 1 and night 2 and defending my shit. So it's only a matter of time. So it's okay. I'll just say this: just congratulations.
Yes, people. Everybody's
been champ, but
we are not doing Elimination Chamber. The next time the crown will be defended will be AEW Revolution. We are not doing Elimination Chamber,
which is in March. Yeah, March.
Yeah, I think I think it's like early March.
So I would just
Revolution.
So enjoy these 2 months, JSB.
I'm keeping it warm over here. I'm keeping it warm.
So I'm gonna say this. So we're gonna go ahead and give Juggs here some time to gloat, because he kicked down the forbidden door and became champ. So Juggs,
do enough of that.
I gotta say it one more time. And your new prediction champion, Juggernaut 097.
Yeah, I mean
that doesn't have a ring to it. No, that doesn't have a good ring to it. What has a nice ring to it?
The Jaeger Bombastic, exactly.
No.
That's
even worse.
That's even worse. Yeah. That's something me and Juggs agree on.
Yeah.
But I think we can all agree that the rightful Prince of Predictions deserves to have the crown back and deserves to have a title to match. So it's okay, because you know what? It's gonna give nice time for this belt to get made. That way, when I am crowned again, I'll have a nice piece of hardware to go with that title.
I'm gonna go online and go look at a title belt creator, and we're gonna get a title belt made. We're gonna get it made.
Good. And more
with the
reason to have you put a video up of you destroying said title because it's not going to be necessary. I'm coming full force with the predictions come Revolution. I'm training. I'm telling you. What? Just wait.
Training my mind. Training my mind here.
My mind's eye. Scoot. What you? I know you got something to say. Where? Yeah. Tell us all about your rings and your swords and all the face paint you're going to wear and all the accoutrement that's going to come with it. That's never going to happen.
Rings and look. The rings and the swords all went away when Jaeger.
You can shine that up. You can stick that sideways and shove it straight up your candy ass.
That's what happened. So the thing is, right? I was exiled from the Scootical, and I found my new purpose.
Oh.
I found my new purpose in Thursday, when we do Tag Me In. If we can do Tag Me In Thursday, let me say that.
Oh, yeah.
All will be revealed. So I will say that. My purpose is here. And whether I'm champ or not, it wouldn't matter in the end.
We'll see about that.
We will see, most definitely.
We'll see. But Juggs, let the people out there know where they can find you, good sir.
So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at TheTrueJSB. And you can also go check out my YouTube channel, Juggernaut097. And also you can go check out the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that's always an Instant Classic. And I mean always an Instant Classic.
Always.
And yeah, that's where you can check me out.
All right, well, it's been down at the bottom scrolling for the last hour where you can find us. You can find myself, Exile from the Scootical, Disgrace King, and, Jaeger's lonely now. So you can find us just,
You can find me in your girl's bed, whoever you is that's listening. Anyways.
You know what I'm saying? We might need some cheering up, ladies. You can always cheer up Jaeger in the DMs,
Right.
Especially if you can do the splits like Melina and Sasha Banks. I'm just throw that out there.
Melina, man, I feel like she got thicker for this Rumble.
Melina, though. But, of course, whether you love it or hate it, don't forget to rate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down, preferably the thumbs up. Subscribe to us. Subscribe to Juggernaut097, Instant Wrestling Podcast.
Damn straight.
All that out there. Subscribe. It'll all be in the links and stuff below. Thank y'all for rocking with us. And whenever Tag Me In, whenever we can record the next one, just know that all are welcome. So I'll just leave y'all with that. All are welcome. All are welcome. Because
not to Thursday, title, but
starting Thursday, my true purpose will be revealed on this channel. So
the true prophecy will be revealed.
True prophecy.
Oh.
And handing over that crown from Juggs to me. The Scoot's gonna walk it over to me. That's gonna be the purpose at Revolution. But that's neither here. But it is there, so it's we'll
get
cross
there
that bridge when we come to it. Exactly.
But yeah, be on the lookout. Revolution. Next time we do these predictions, will there still be an and still, or will there be an and new? We don't know. But yeah, before we go, we're gonna, unlike the Rumble, we're gonna warm up this too sweet. We're gonna bring some fire to it. It ain't gonna be lackluster.
There's plenty of fire on this one.
There's plenty of fire.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and
bada, bam.
And until you see these handsome faces and hear these beautiful voices, thank y'all for rocking. Of course, like, subscribe, comment, subscribe, share it, comment, subscribe. Make sure
that post notification bell.
Notification bell, subscribe. All that good stuff, and of course,
like, comment,
all that stuff. Just keep subscribe. Hit up Jaeger in the DM, subscribe. you know.
Actually, don't hit the subscribe. Gently touch it because we don't want to be hit too hard. I mean, we don't be too sweet. There we go.
Too sweet.
Or maybe give it a chop. If you want to give it a chop, you can give it a chop.
Whatever you do, just subscribe. Just don't be a hater. Subscribe. Until we see y'all next time, good peeps out there. Tag out.
All that tagging.